You can reference any of your women's magazines to get some very inspiring and interesting faces and hairdos of all of these models. But I think it's quite fun and more personal to do some self-portraits or some pictures of some of your friends. So I found it was helpful to print something out, and I had a fun photo here of my friend Barb and Cindy and I, and we were on a fun art weekend retreat. So I had that for reference just to get me started. And you can see on this one, I did this one sort of as a self-portrait and was playing around with that. And then, but just to see different styles of hair, I wanted you to see here how with this one, just being able to look at Cindy's picture kind of helped me get started. And you can see how enhancing the colors or whatever of the hair, I might add a little bit more. But by just having some wispy little lines, it certainly is going to look a lot more interesting to create some things that way. And so here was another one. I was just, you really have to look at a picture to kind of decide how someone's hair really is and how it works out. And so here was another fun thing that I wanted to try. I had a picture here of my friend Barb, and I thought it'd be fun to do a card with the both faces on the card. So you can see how I just stamped the face twice, and then using the top of the template kind of gave me that top of the hairline as we watched in one of the other videos. So now if I start with my darker hair here, then that's going to define the side of the hair. And then with Barb over here, just getting in some of those sketchy lines is the place to start. And then you can begin to work from there to develop the rest of the look and have a lot of fun just playing with all of this and darkening a little bit here along the hairline. You can see how now we can do a really fun card with both faces on it. Another photo, a friend of mine, Nigat, has some of the most beautiful hair. This isn't her picture, but the hair is similar, and so I just had a really wild time doing all of the swirly curly cues here of the hair, and even going back in and putting in a little bit of highlight or something at the end would be kind of fun. So anyway, you can see how you just start somewhere, and the size of the card you start with gives you room to develop a little bit more with the really fun hair. And then here was another one that brings up some other fun things. I took this picture of Chelsea because I wanted to play around with her cute little hairstyle here, and even with the glasses. So I want to show you a very fun, easy way to create some glasses for your portraits. So here's a really interesting way to do it. I took printed paper, and we're going to stamp the face on the back side of this print. The paper is real heavy, it's a little bit harder to cut, so I shifted to a little bit lighter weight paper. I'm going to stamp on the back, and this will ensure that the glasses that I cut out are going to be the right dimension to fit the face. So now we'll take this and fold it in half. We'll just fold here in the middle. Okay, and now if it's helpful, let's see. Let's bring this back in view. Okay, I did some out of dark paper. So, okay, so now looking at the shape of the glasses, draw some lines that parallel where the glasses hit the face in the photo here. Okay, so something like this. Okay, So now with the paper folded in half, if I cut along that line, I'm going to have a symmetrical pair of glasses that fit the scale of the face. And even if they're sort of irregular, it's really funky and fun thing to do. Okay, so now for the middle, it's easier probably here if I use my X-Acto knife in the middle. Part of the glasses back together. But anyway, that gives you the idea anyway of how to create some very fun little glasses. And if you want to add some little details, I even used some of the little sparklers here to add some little bits on the edge. So anyway, that gives you the idea of how you can create glasses for your beauty and have lots of fun with all of your portraits. I need to do Barb's really fun retro sunglasses here with the pink rims, but in the meanwhile, let me show you. And here's where sometimes you're not quite happy with how the eyes came out. Sunglasses might be just the thing. So here's one style. It might even be fun to have them peeking out. And you can see I did these out of magazine paper, which was very thin, and each of the shapes is a little bit different. Lots of fun.